Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is my review of Amagi Brilliant Park episode 9. Apparently this episode came out yesterday and I actually had no idea about it. It was supposed to come out now on Fridays, but it came out yesterday apparently. Okay, so anyways though, wow. What a great episode of Amagi Brilliant Park. First off, before I actually get into what happened in this episode, apparently at the end of the episode it stated that they had over 9,000 visitors. How the fuck did they get over 9,000 visitors so quickly? Like, that's something that I really have to wonder here. Like, how? Well, because I don't remember how many they had at the end of the last episode, but it wasn't anywhere near 9,000. Not anywhere fucking near 9,000. So how do they get that high so quickly? Who knows? But anyways, though. Other than that, what happened in this episode was very simple. It actually, I don't remember all their names, but it basically revolves around the four fairies. Okay, the ones who are basically dressed in these, like, skimpy clothing, and they always, like, sing and dance for the guests of the park and whatnot. Yeah, those four, actually, which, it was a pleasant surprise, because usually it's revolved around Connie and Sento and their shenanigans, you know what I mean? But it was actually revolved around those four mainly in this episode, which I actually really liked. Mainly, the basic premise of this episode was that they can't get along at all. They can't get along at all for whatever reason. They're completely out of sync when they're singing and dancing. And yeah, they just don't think that the guests will like it all that much. So they have to try to get them to get along better. And initially, they wanted them to have, Connie and Sento wanted them to initially have like a sukiyaki dinner with Latifah, but it goes horribly wrong and they end up getting trapped in the castle basically. Now, I don't know if how much of this was actually planned, because the way that Latifah looked at them when she told them not to press the button, it was almost as if she was telling them to press the fucking button, okay? I'm being honest here. That's the impression I got. It's like, it's almost as if she was telling them to, as in she wanted them to, because she wanted basically them to learn their lesson the hard way, or not really learn the lesson the hard way, but she wanted them to be, she wanted them to go through some sort of trials in order to like learn their lesson and whatnot, and get them to, I keep saying learn the lesson, and that's not what the term I want to use. It's kind of hard to explain, but it makes me think that part of that was planned. But Latifah didn't even know that there was an escape route, which tells me that them going through those trials actually wasn't planned. That part of it probably wasn't planned. Okay, she probably thought they'd be able to get them out of there easily once they start getting along better and whatnot. That's my guess anyways. It wasn't specifically stated if it was planned by her or not, but that's my guess anyways, and that's just what I think because of the way she told them not to press it. Again, it's almost as if she wanted them to actually press the button, okay? And really, like, the drama at the end of this episode I thought worked out so well, because literally it was about trust. Because any one of them could have literally died, impaled through the skull by a fucking drill, if one of them was untrustworthy to the rest. If the one who got the most votes would have been killed. But if they all got the same amount of votes, which they thought meant, which Connie, Sento, and the others thought meant that they would all vote for each other, so they all get one vote each. But instead that actually didn't. Happen. What happened was, well, it's presumed that they all voted for themselves, which it didn't state before that was possible, but I guess it was. However, what would have been really fucked up and really dark is that I forget what her name is, but that one that's wearing like the blue bikini and whatnot, she voted for herself. But we don't get to see who the others voted for. Wouldn't it be really fucked up and really dark if the other three actually voted for each other, hoping to kill each other? But they all ended up voting for each other. Okay. So they still wouldn't have died. Wouldn't that have been really fucked up? And apparently they had a limited amount, like an extremely short amount of time to choose too, because apparently the drill was coming down on them. The drills were coming down on them. Okay. So it's not like they could contemplate their decisions for too much time. They had to choose quickly. Okay, so it was a really well written and really well done drama, I thought, and I really liked it. Okay. Again, I just thought it would have been really fucked up if the other three actually did end up betraying each other, but they still all got one vote, so they didn't have to die. That would have been like, damn. And also, I just have to say this right now. Whoever the fuck the people were, long ago who created this castle, they must have been real S's and M's. I'm just saying this right now, okay? Because, goddamn. I mean, the 2 trials before that were pretty, well, actually, no, 4. The 3 trials before that were pretty funny, okay? But that last trial was just fucked up. Like, seriously. Like, who the fuck designed the castle? And that fucking trial? Like, and who okayed it? Like, are you serious? Dear God. And what I liked about the trials, though, is that each one, for the most part, kind of dealt with the weaknesses of each one of the girls. So, for example, the first trial had to do with singing. Okay? Had to do with singing, and, which one? I believe it was the the girl in the blue bikini who really, or wait, no. It was the girl in the red bikini, reddish-orangish bikini, who claimed that she couldn't sing, so she was kind of weighing them down. But the girl in the blue bikini kind of ended up salvaging for everyone else, basically, so they could pass it. So that was the first one. The second one had to do with dancing, and I forget which one couldn't dance as well as the others, and kept bogging it down. And the third one had to do with typing. And apparently I think it was the chick in the blue bikini who actually couldn't type. And then the fourth one, I think the fourth one because there were 2 girls who really didn't have any weaknesses. The airheaded one in the white bikini and the one in the green bikini, from what I could tell. Then the fourth one didn't really, it kind of had to do with all of their weaknesses, because the biggest weakness that was shared by all of them was trusting each other. And so that one kind of had to do with the biggest weakness that all of them kind of shared. Okay, and I really like how the tests were like that, okay? And again, Latifah claims that she didn't know anything about that secret passageway that was created there by the creators of the castle. I assume by the creators of the castle. So, anyways, overall, once again, a fantastic episode of the series. This is another episode that really didn't need to be here technically, I guess. I don't know if it's filler or not, by that I don't know if it was in the original source material or not, whether it's light novels or mangas or whatever. But still, it didn't technically have to be here, but I still really enjoyed it. And somehow they do have over 9,000 visitors now, so that's really fucking good. Also, I want to talk about the ending scene real quick. Right after they show the ending title card, there's a ending scene right there. It's not after the credits. It's between the ending title card and the ending credits, where Latifah and Sento are talking, and Latifah tells Sento not to tell Connie about something. We don't know what it is, but I think it probably has something to do. If you remember, all the way back in episode 1, there was a brief flashback that Connie had in which he looked really young, and both him and Latifah looked really young together, and he looked really pissed at her. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this foreshadowing here has something to do with that foreshadowing there, okay? I really think that it does, which I really hope so, because I know I've said before, and I'll say it again, I really hope that they don't just drop that. You know what I mean? So I really think it has something to do with that, why exactly that was there, what exactly the history is that Connie and Latifah have together. I really want to know this, and I really hope that that does have something to do with it, because there's only 3 episodes left in the series, by the way. Is it 3 or 4? Something like that. There's going to be 12 or 13 episodes in the series, so there's just like 3 or 4 episodes left. Okay. So yeah. So anyways, tell me your thoughts about this episode in the comment section below. I really enjoyed it, like always. One of my favorite I don't know if it's my favorite episode in the series, but it's definitely one of my favorites. It really is. Okay? And so, yeah, if you've yet to see this week's episode of Amagi Brilliant Park, then I definitely recommend that you do. I can't wait until next week's episode. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.